The USF California Prize was started 4 years ago. In many ways, an institution defines itself by who it celebrates and who it honors. So this is a way of honoring individuals whose lives are marked by service to the poor and the marginalized. The recipient of this year's USF California Prize is Daniel Lurie, who is the founder and CEO of Tipping Point.
Tipping Point is a grant-making organization focused on fighting poverty in the San Francisco Bay Area. Tipping Point is an engaged grant maker, which means we don't just write a check and walk away. But beyond giving financial support, we give our groups kind of everything that they need. Actually, we were talking to somebody on your staff about finding you guys more space so you're not so cramped in here. We provide them access to an array of services, whether it's help on development, building a better website, accessing technology partners.
One day we had a flood in our warehouse and we were just overwhelmed, and we called them and said, we need help. And next thing we knew, they had connected us with HP, and we got a donation of brand new computers to start our computer lab from scratch.
It started with, growing up in a family that was so involved in the community. I realized that we needed something here in the Bay Area. And so I spent 2 years preparing to launch Tipping Point. I ended up sitting down with a few folks that became founding board members, including Chris James and Katie Schwab and Ronnie Lott.
His pitch was pretty simple. We need to change the perception of poverty in this city. We need to change how people view it.
And he said, I'm on board, and that scared me a little bit. I had my childhood hero telling me, let's do this.
It's easy to connect to someone like Daniel. It's easy to connect to people who really walk the walk. Daniel is a person that understands the ability to listen to the poor. And when you're around Daniel, he has that ability to kind of pull you in and to kind of get you to see that there's something bigger than you.
We're looking for organizations that are not just Band-Aid solutions, but are actually helping people find jobs, living wage jobs. And then we're also supporting organizations like the Ravenswood Health Clinic in East Palo Alto that are providing comprehensive health care. Tipping Point funds our groups for the long term. We build partnerships, and we do that because we believe that they are doing incredible work on the ground each and every day.
NUDAR works with 16 to 21-year-olds in San Francisco who are the most disconnected from employment and education. In fact, most of them have already dropped out of high school. We offer a pre-employment training program. We help youth learn the basics, and then we secure paid internships for them in our own businesses or in about 24 partner businesses in the city.
They come here, they get to work for a 6-month period of time. They're paid to do so. They learn to work on bikes. They learn how to assemble bikes. They learn some bike repair, some sales-type retail skills, as well as just general fundamental job skills.
I was trying to get off probation. I was getting my GED at Prestigious Center, and then I told them I needed a job, and they told me about New Doors. And then I just showed up. Started working here 5 months ago. I should be done with the program next month.
Without Tipping Point, we'd probably be in survival mode, hand to mouth, wondering whether we'd be around next year or what we would look like next year.
This is the only youth-only shelter in the city of San Francisco. We house 40, 18 to 24-year-old homeless, runaway, at-risk youth.
My mother, she abuses drugs, and I had left her house to try to find some stability, some security. So I was 17 at the time. When I went to school, I talked to a counselor, and the counselor referred me here.
Larkin Street as a whole has a continuum of programs. We deal with everything from transitional housing, job readiness, GED, employment search, mental health referrals, substance use referrals.
We can go there for higher education support for college, and they help us do resumes and job applications, and we can go there and get help with our work. We can use computers anytime we want. They have a whole lab. It's nice to just always have somewhere safe. It's a very safe place.
This is a woman that has such an incredible sparkle in her eye who are we to let that fade? We need to provide her with all the opportunities to get a degree and to shine like you know that she can.
The need for Tipping Point comes from the character of our society, a society that excludes a large number of people.
If this place didn't exist, my life would be probably hell. Most definitely wouldn't be back in school because I wouldn't have the stability and the support and security to go back. Like I wouldn't be able to find jobs. It's just another kid on the street.
People often ask us about our funding model. Our board, our incredibly generous board, pays for all of our overhead so that every dollar that we raise goes out the door to the groups that need it the most. To accept awards simply because we want the attention to be on our organizations because they're the ones doing the hard work. But what USF and what this award stands for is absolutely in line with the values of Tipping Point and our community. A third of the students at USF are first-generation college goers. That's an incredible number. We have a whole generation of kids now that are going to understand it's not just about being in the community, it's about serving the community. We have incredible resources. We have an incredible array of businesses, great nonprofits, great wealth, and yet extreme poverty. And any place that has that combination needs a tipping point.